Thank God, folks. NXT Takeover 36 is finally over. Welcome to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. World of Wrestling here today to discuss about NXT Takeover 36 review. This is the finale, folks. The whole enchilada, the whole end of this channel covering NXT programming or any kind of content whatsoever on NXT. I absolutely think this company sucks. Fuck WWE. Fuck the company as a whole. Anything WWE related, I don't really care. Until they start showing me that they give a fuck about pro wrestling and the entertainment aspect of it, I don't care. Because bottom line, what we saw yesterday on SummerSlam was a complete lack of effort or even trying, and yet there's fans out there that are okay with this. I'll give you a prime example of what I've noticed about what's been going on in the entertainment business. Take Hollywood, for example. Since the pandemic, people have been able to get access to all these movies that are in theaters right now, and theaters are not getting a whole lot of people to show up and actually watch it inside their venue to check out these movies that are being created by Hollywood. You're able to watch it on HBO Max. You're able to rent it at home. You don't actually have to go into a public place and sit down in a movie theater and enjoy a 2-hour movie. Now you get to sit in the comfort of your own home. If you want to buy candy or any kind of popcorn, it's a lot cheaper. So the theaters are not making a whole lot of money at all based on this situation. I've checked out a ton of movies on HBO Max, and most of them have been trash. I really have not been enthusiastic about the movies that have been released. I just watched Reminiscence, which was okay, but at the same time, very overdrawn out, overcompensating itself, and just does not get to the fucking point. That's my example of that. They're overdoing things, thinking that overdoing it will make it better. Something like WWE does with all the content they provide to us, thinking more is better. No, more is not better. Simplistic is better. Get to the fucking point and make it entertaining. Well, that's my point. And then there's other movies that are so fucking lackluster, they don't even give you an explanation what the hell the purpose of the movie is. I'll give you an example of that. Those Who Want Me Dead with Angelina Jolie. There's another movie. Excellent movie. Fun, entertaining action movie with no explanation to why these criminals wanted to go after her and this kid and why they killed his father. You don't know. You never find out what the hell it was. It's fucking stupid. This is the same illogical booking and creativity that this company does, if not worse than what Hollywood's doing with their own movies. I mean, this is just fucking utterly ridiculous. NXT tonight was a complete bore for me. I don't know if it was the crowd. I don't know if it was the fact that I just, am sitting here and, after SummerSlam last night was just a travesty of a show. I could not imagine spending a ticket and sitting in that fucking crowd last night and being there for 4 straight plus hours, watching a majority of an entire card be crap. I just can't, I couldn't imagine myself doing that. I would be extremely upset. And, this was just, there was some good wrestling, no doubt about it. I can't deny them of that. It still had some resemblance of the old NXT in certain ways. Dragunov and Walter was a great matchup. The ending sucked. I did not like Walter tapping out to Dragunov. Why would he tap out to Dragunov in a fucking sleeper hold? He had him in a sleeper hold and he taps out. Are you fucking kidding me? Yes, folks, Dragunov and Walter's match was entertaining, but was it the proper ending it needed? Fuck no. It was a terrible ending. I hated that ending. I thought it was one of the worst things about this show tonight. And it was the best match on the card on top of it. That goes to show you that's some fucking bullshit. Second best match on the card, of course, was Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. And the ending to that was bullshit. Kyle O'Reilly was handcuffed to a fucking rope when they made it to the steel cage match. And Adam Cole was talking some shit, and he tried to super kick him in the face. And Kyle O'Reilly countered, put him in a heel lock submission hold with one arm. One fucking arm. You're going to tell me that he couldn't yank his leg out of his grasp and then attack his opponent? You got to be fucking kidding me. Taps out. He fucking taps out. That's the way you go. You couldn't have him tap out with Kyle O'Reilly's hand, his hand not fucking handcuffed to a rope. Really? You had to have him handcuffed to make it look even weaker? I mean, it's bad enough the man was going to tap in the middle of the ring. You couldn't, have Kyle O'Reilly's hands free from the rope? Give me a fucking break, man. So Kyle O'Reilly can overcome one of the best things of the Undisputed Era and NXT with one arm, and yet Adam Cole was the longest reigning NXT World Champion NXT has ever had. Folks, Adam Cole, baby, is going to to All Elite Wrestling. I almost said NXT. He's already in NXT. But yeah, Adam Cole, baby, is going All Elite. That's where he's going, man. He's going to be with the CM Punks, the so-called WWE rejects who couldn't cut in WWE. Yes, I understand. They couldn't be fake, phony, full of shit, bullshit artists and kiss McMahon's ass and accept their place, which is being nowhere except at the bottom of the card in a fucking catering area, stuffing themselves with food and getting fat as fuck. That's where they belong, right? Sure. No, they do not. They belong at the top of the card doing something important with their career. Having fun and enjoying what they do, because God knows these guys go out there and they fucking kill themselves, man, over a fixed show. These matches are fixed. They kill themselves, and then they're going to be placed in fucking catering to sit on their fucking asses and wait for the pink slip to be told you're fired, get the hell out of here. That's their career, and they waste their time and their years of their prime and throw it away so they can say, I was part of WWE? What the fuck? Adam Cole, he sure as hell did not sign with this company. Because if they're looking for younger guys and guys that are like 6 foot or better, muscular build, looking like Roman Reigns, Adam Cole ain't making it, man. There ain't no reason for him to sign. There ain't no reason for him to even have a conversation with Vince McMahon himself. If I was Cole, I would have said, look, Vince, you guys don't look at me as anything more than a mid-card below guy. Why would I want to resign with you? What am I going to do? Am I going to do something important here? Are we going to put this in my contract where I actually become a main eventer? Am I going to be working with guys like Edge, Seth Rollins, working with Bobby Lashley, Roman Reigns, being in world championship opportunities and actually carry the championship at some point down the line, have a Royal Rumble win and main event WrestleMania? Are we going to do any of those things? Of course not. You couldn't do that for CM Punk. Why would you do that for me? I would have said those exact words if I was in a fucking face-to-face meeting with Vince McMahon directly. I would have said, you're going to expect me to read off a script. How the fuck am I going to do that? I'm not an actor. I'm a professional wrestler who entertains people what I do in the ring. That's what I do. I don't need to sit here and bushwhack around in these baloney storylines that people make a fool out of themselves for. For you to claim that you're entertaining people. Get back to the basics. Get back to the old school way of what WWE used to do. Yes, they call themselves sports entertainment and not in the wrestling business. They're not a wrestling company. They're entertainment. They're sports entertainment. Okay, terrific. I never had a problem with Vince McMahon saying that because honestly, yeah, they were about entertaining their audience. But also the wrestling aspect, the sports aspect was involved in the process of entertaining us. So at the end of the day, it wasn't like he was, kind of insulting wrestling fans. He was just basically saying, I'm a different type of company compared to what a WCW does. So I got that back in the day, and I was okay with it. I was like, hey, he's a different breed. He's a different monster, And they did their own style, their own way of doing things, and that's fine. I never had an issue with that. But when you go ahead and you take the wrestling out as the entertainment portion of the show, then at that point, what are you? You're not even sports entertainment. You're just entertainment, and you're not even entertaining me with what you're doing. What's the point of the ring? What's the point of any of this shit? That's the reality of all this. So Adam Cole, baby, God bless you. I hope you leave WWE. I hope I don't see you on Monday Night Raw or SmackDown or anything like that. You deserve much better than those two shows. Those shows will not do you any good. Get your fucking ass, pack your shit, relax for a month, talk to your girlfriend, Brett Baker, and then get your ass into AEW and shine like I know you can. Because I seen this guy when he first came up in Ring of Honor when I was, probably 2012. I was like 23, 24. 2006 is when I graduated from high school. So 6 years at it. I was 24 years old. I saw Adam Cole in 2012 in Ring of Honor. This guy was just a young kid. And I said to myself, this guy is going to be something. And a year later, he became the world heavyweight champion of Ring of Honor, battling over the world title in Ring of Honor with Jay Briscoe, one of the toughest sons of bitches walking around in Ring of Honor. And still is part of Ring of Honor to this day. So that guy is fucking loyal to Ring of Honor, Jay Briscoe. And those two put on a great match. They also had a triple threat match with him and Jay Briscoe and another person. I think it was Michael Elgin. And it was a Final Battle 2013. He walked away and did the dirtiest fucking shit you'll ever imagine. He played the best fucking heel on that show. Adam Cole, when I saw him, I knew he was going to be big. And the guy is big. He's got superstar written all over him, man. He's 32 fucking years old. He ain't got time to waste his years hoping on a prayer that WWE will go ahead and say, look, you're a great guy. We see superstar in you. Let's go ahead and give you that push you deserve. He ain't got time to wait for that shit. You either going to give it to him or just tell him to go peddle his papers elsewhere so he can go do it somewhere else. Because NXT ain't the place where you're going to shine and become a major superstar, because NXT is not looked as a third place to go to. If it was, let's think about it, guys. Wouldn't have NXT got guys like fucking AJ Styles coming into the show to make the show better? Wouldn't they have gotten women like other women that was doing pretty well, and they moved to NXT to help make the roster better? Did they do any of those things while they first came up to the USA Network? No. We didn't see Daniel Bryan in NXT ever. I mean, the NXT deserved to have main event players on this roster, making it a third brand, not making it just a developmental system, pretending it's a third brand. So, bottom line, they need to use their star players on the main roster, move some of them over to NXT, and use their name and their value to get these guys over, get the guys that are on the roster who just came, and get them over with those guys. You go ahead and you have a guy like Daniel Bryan face Adam Cole in a one-on-one match. And this actually happened on fucking SmackDown back in 2019. Adam Cole beat Daniel Bryan in a one-on-one match for his NXT World Championship at the time when he was champ. And it was a good match. Hands down, fucking excellent match. I loved the ending of SmackDown with that episode. That was a great episode. Adam Cole going up against a guy like Daniel Bryan in a main event over a weekend during a pay-per-view like SummerSlam or a WrestleMania weekend, and they performed in a fucking 15,000 arena venue, and the people in the audience are freaking out over how great this match is. Or if you got a Roman Reigns appearing on an NXT and he's putting over someone that's really good in NXT, people are going to acknowledge that because they're going to say, wow, WWE really believes these guys are real players. They're main event guys. That is the point of what I'm trying to say here, and that's what NXT should have been treated like. And they didn't. They never got any of that treatment. So bottom line, fuck WWE. There is no point in investing your energy in them. I'm trying to be the voice that tells everyone who likes WWE to stop watching WWE. See what they are. They are not caring of the sport. Yes, the sport is fixed. I understand that. But these guys go in there and they bust their ass and they get injured. And they get fucking hurt. So if I'm going to bust my ass and hurt myself in a fixed fucking show, I want to be treated with the respect I deserve if I've earned that. And Adam Cole, hand down, deserves it. Now, getting off that, that was the second best match, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly. Kyle O'Reilly, he's another guy. I don't see him as a, singles competitor. He did well in Ring of Honor with Adam Cole at one point, but even then, he wasn't exactly the best singles competitor that he can be. He's a better tag team specialist. That's really where he belongs. Tag team wrestling. So, bottom line, that is where he would have fit best. And they got rid of Bobby Fish. So, he's pretty much fucked. He'll be next in line to be gone with these WWE cuts somewhere in the future. I can imagine that. And if he does make it to the main roster, he ain't going to be doing nothing like Ricochet. All right, moving on here. The opener of the show was actually LA Knight and Cameron Grimes for the $1 Million Championship. If Cameron Grimes lost, instead of Cameron Grimes being LA Knight's butler, it would have been Ted DiBiase. Cameron Grimes actually won this match. This was an average okay opener to the show. I didn't have any complaints with this match. Thought it was pretty decent. But I wasn't paying attention to the first two matches on this card. Until we got to the UK Championship match, I did not care. I really didn't. So I don't know what to tell you. If that offends you guys, I apologize. But for me, I wasn't into it, man. I wasn't into it, and that really upsets me because I want to be into it. I want to care about NXT, but when I look at NXT now, I just see them as a sinking ship that you can't save because WWE doesn't want to save them. They don't want NXT to be at the same level of a Raw or a SmackDown, and that's pretty fucking sad. They should be. I mean, yeah, they should be looked still as a developmental system, bringing new people into the roster and everything, and then eventually moved up to the main roster. But they should also have the main roster guys interact with the NXT guys. Look at Dolph Ziggler. Wouldn't he fit great with NXT? Wouldn't he be able to do a lot of great stuff instead of being a fucking jobber, looking like a dumbass with Bobby Roode? I mean, come on, man. That's just a fucking shit waste of talent to take Dolph Ziggler and not utilize him. Okay, fine. You don't see him as a guy that you could push on the main roster to a world championship. Why not put him on the NXT and make use out of him? Get him built back up. Put some faith in him. If you put him on a lower level show like NXT, and he's showing that he can actually hold his end as a world champion, and he's not getting injured constantly, which is why he lost his shot at being in the main event scene with the World Heavyweight Championship back in 2013, why you would actually feel more comfortable with the guy. And God knows NXT is not your top, seller in your company. I mean, you're not making a ton of fucking money off them, what they do. Outside of maybe when they were in front of 15,000 people, that's where you were making your money with them. But they were in fucking a venue that was getting a couple hundred people or 1,000 at max to show up. So let's get real, guys. I mean, come on. So that's just my attitude on that. There's certain guys on the main roster that they don't utilize or can't use, or they just don't find the time to use them, or they just don't see the use in them on the main roster. So move them to NXT. That's what they could have done. They didn't do that. And they still don't. So fuck them. Raquel Gonzalez and Dakota Kai for the Women's Championship. This was surprising. I thought Dakota Kai was going to win this match. This match wasn't that bad, but again, I just was not interested in it. I wasn't interested really in anything NXT had to offer here, because I know NXT's done. There's nothing to NXT anymore. It's just a bland, boring show with nothing to offer, man. It really is a sad situation. And maybe that's just me, and maybe I'm the only one that feels that way. And if that's the case, fine. I'm okay with being, a guy that has a difference of opinion with everyone else's opinion. If it's a majority's opinion that disagree with me, fine. I mean, that's fine with me, man. But I just don't feel it. I mean, WWE has just sucked the life out of me loving anything or taking any investment of my time to care about. They don't want me to care. Clearly, they don't want me to care, or anyone else who's a passionate fan of pro wrestling. They have to care about their pro wrestling fan base, not just the casuals. Because guess what? The pro wrestling fan base was there when they had 2 and 3 million fucking fans watching per week on a Monday Night Raw, and 2 million for SmackDown. They were getting those kinds of ratings. Fox is getting SmackDown those ratings. SmackDown is not getting those kind of ratings. If SmackDown stayed on USA Network, you would not see 2 million views per week. I guarantee you that. So, bottom line, man, it just is what it is. And my reasoning for why I'm not totally intrigued by NXT and by Takeover is WWE sucked the fun out of caring or investing anything on this show, especially NXT. So there you go, man. And the obvious one, which really sucks here. Samoa Joe and Karrion Kross. It's like they didn't even fucking care about this match. They didn't have Scarlett Bordeaux come out with Karrion Kross during his entrance. This felt like such a bland and boring fucking entrance. The only thing they had that was still the same is the lighting on the picture with him walking down the ramp, and the icy smoke like shit like the Undertaker used to have with his entrance, that's the only thing that was still the same. His walk was different. It was very bland, boring, generic, like something you could find in 2K20, WWE 2K, you know. And just to create a fucking superstar, you put him in this like generic walk down the entranceway. It's fucking terrible. It's the same thing he's doing in WWE's Raw. So, bottom line, I'm glad he fucking lost. I'm glad they got it over quick. It wasn't like what I would expect for a real main event of NXT. Usually their matches go like 25 to 30 minutes. This was about 15, 20 minutes long. That's about it. So, I mean, that's the show in a nutshell. I mean, let's get real, guys. Was this all that entertaining? I don't think so. It wasn't. It was not as bad as SummerSlam, I will admit that, but when you got it being performed in front of the Capitol Wrestling Center, and you can't even get them to perform in front of 15,000 people, it makes you feel like, what the hell's the point of watching? Am I watching Impact Wrestling or am I watching fucking WWE NXT? That's the fucking difference. They're with one of the largest companies in the world. You can't get them in front of 15,000 people screaming their fool heads off. But you can get Brock Lesnar to show up in front of a fucking 51,000 people, which they claim that's what they had, at SummerSlam, and that's your counteract towards the CM Punk return. How about this? How about treating NXT just as much of importance as any fucking WWE superstar? How about that? You can't give them that. No, you can't give them that. They're only developmental, just like AEW said they were when they first started the Wednesday Night Wars. It's pathetic. You took something that Triple H helped build, turn into a really good thing that wrestling fans could be excited for, and you strip that away from them. I hope this company goes out of fucking business. They're a disgrace to the wrestling entertainment business. They're trash. They're not even sports entertainment anymore. They're fucking nothing. They're lame, they're pathetic, and they're a sad group of people. And all they fucking care about is money. Yeah, money's great. Money keeps your head above water and makes things easier for you. Takes the stress off of financial stress. But it doesn't buy happiness. And there's nothing happy about being a WWE superstar or being a fan of this product unless you're a simpleton who is willing to accept the bullshit that's thrown your way because you want to say you're a WWE loyal fan. I am not a person that is betraying WWE. It's the other way around. WWE is betraying their fans. That's the bottom line. I would like to stay a fan of WWE. I'd like to support all wrestling companies and help them be at the best that they can be as long as I can afford their fucking shit. If I can't, well, I don't know what to tell you. I will continue to try to support them in some manner. But at the end of the day, guys, if I'm being told that this is what you're going to give me, accept it, or else I'm going to say, you're betraying me. You're telling me, the customer, I don't matter. I'm supposed to like what you want? Are you fucking kidding me? Come on, man. You're supposed to listen to your audience. That's the point of being a wrestling program. That's like a football team not listening to their fucking audience that are saying, some of these things that your fans are noticing is wrong. You ought to fucking pay attention to them. Pay attention to your fucking own athletes who play on the team. I mean, there's guys in WWE that state the shit to Vince McMahon straight to his face, and he won't listen to them. Jon Moxley's one of them. Prime example of Jon Moxley. CM Punk, long before Jon Moxley, has said that. The bottom line is, if you're not an ass kisser, you're not going to make it. And if you're not meeting their qualifications, like a certain height, certain build, all that shit, you mean nothing. You're wasting your time there. That's fucking retarded, man. Fucking retarded. Anyway, that is pretty much the overall review. I know this is not even much of a review at all. It's more of a rant. But bottom line, I give you guys the results, my opinion of the show, how it worked. I honestly felt it was a lackluster show, even though the matches, some of them were great, some of them were average, but the end results were fucking pathetic. Especially Walter. What the fuck was that? Dragging off wins with a sleeper hole. Get the fuck out of here, man. They're even fucking up NXT UK. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, guys, that's all I have to say. I've talked enough wrestling for this weekend. Hit the like button if you like this video. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed to the channel. And leave a comment down below. I'll definitely get back to you on that. And I thank you very much for watching. Have a great night, guys. Bye.